What's up, boy people? Today I'm just going to be doing Arsenal, but this is a twist. I'm going to be, well, telling off. I don't know if I'll provide the picture. I'll probably provide the image at the end of the video. This is my personal opinion tier list of all the weapons in this game. So there's like multiple tiers here I added here just so they can get really specific of why I put them there. We have the G tier, which I believe is just the absolute bottom of the barrel, the absolute worst of the worst weapons in the game. Then the F tier, which I think are just really bad weapons. The E tier, which I think are just straight up bad. The D tier, which are just not that great. The C, which are okay weapons. The B, which are pretty good weapons. The A tier, which is like really good weapons. Then the S tier is like the really godly weapons, and then I have the X tier, which I believe are just the best of the best weapons in this game. So starting off at the G tier, we have the bow and crossbow. These weapons are a literal pain to use. Like, yeah, they can get solved with better aiming, but you know, you can't aim. The curvature and like the crossbow is they're both super slow. Yes, the crossbow can kill in one shot, but it's like way slower than the bow. The bow itself only does like 60 damage, which it's just terrible. And you know, it just curves, which completely screws up with the aim. It's not that great. I hate it. So yeah, those two are the bottom of the barrel. And now the F tier, we have the auto bow. It's the same thing, but I think I consider it the best of the three, which I can't even say best. It's like the least worst of the three bows. The ice stars are just terrible. The potassium power, only potassium pooper. The presents suck. The Sacco 85 more like Succo 85. We should already know this. The snowball sucks as well, really bad damage and unrealistic. Like, I don't think throwing 3 snowballs at a person will kill them. Now we're at the E tier, the DB shotgun. Literally, absolutely probably one of the worst weapons in terms of long range. And literally just hurts to use. Electric revolver just sucks. The reload is painful. It's not that good at accuracy. Sucks at long range. Then the pizza, you know, it's my favorite food, but it's not my favorite weapon at all. Springfield rifle, just no matter what, just seems to do 85 damage. It's just pain to use, and I find my way to just miss every time with it. Then the Super Ball, it's slow, and yeah, those last weapons I just listed are pretty much just the worst weapons in Arsenal. And now the D tier, these are like not as bad, but they're still pretty bad. The baseball launcher, it's not that much damage. It's pretty slow as well. The golden gun, it's just really slow. You only have 2 shots. Like, the only thing that helps it is that it's a one-shot kill. Hush Puppy sucks. It's really hard to get a headshot with it, honestly, and with that you're going to get 80 damage, which can really just hurt you. The Little Tom, I mean, I was fine with the Little Tom before, but now recently it's just been bad. It's just been not that good. Luger has also been pretty bad recently. It's just low damage, and Luger's also like kind of slow as well. So I mean, there's that. M40, you know, in competitive, it's actually pretty good. With the new competitive, it gives weapons that don't have a crosshair. So that means you can literally give the crosshair to the M40. So that makes it a lot better. So I think. But in terms of standard, it still sucks. But I mean, in terms of competitive, it'd probably be a C tier. M79, it's not really that bad. The only thing like that really just sets it down is just it sometimes struggles with accuracy, and I always find myself killing myself with it because it has a BS hitbox apparently. Maz and Nagi is really, really annoying to use sometimes. Like, yeah, you just get up really close, but sometimes they just, you have to rely on some noob just walking around the map and just come up behind them and shoot them. Or just don't use it all and knife them. Then the MS-556, I believe it's called. It's just the damage on it. I think I'm talking about the right weapon here. Yeah. Actually, no. I got a little bit confused with a different one, but I basically like to call it M40's deformed twin brother because it's literally the same thing. Musket is like the same thing as a golden gun, except the reload is 10 times worse. Then we got the plasma launcher. Yeah, really hard to land all 3 shots to get the full kill. So yeah, have fun with that. You can see this weapon right here. I just explained recently. As you can see, if I was on competitive, I would have got the kill sooner. Webley, I think it's called, or the Weebly. I like to call it Weebly, because, you know, it's a funny name for it. It just straight up sucks. It's really slow. And the Z80, which some people consider to be the worst weapon. I really don't think it is. Just get a full, like, I'd say, what I usually do is maybe get a nearly full shot, which would put them at like 80 damage, and then just start spamming, they'll kill them. C tier, the AWP, AWP, I actually used to consider this one of the worst weapons, like a bit ago. Just, it's so annoying to use. But now I'm starting to, like, you know, it's not like the M40, where, it's not like the M40 where it literally just does 50 damage, it does full damage, but it's way slower. Coleco, really not that great at, and there's M79 right there, for some reason. But Coleco is just not that good at long range, so be careful of that. Then we got the DB Chauchev, I think it's pronounced. I used to think this was pretty good, but now it's just meh. Like, it's a 3-shot kill, but it's kind of slow as well. Then we got the firework launcher. Some people consider, like, a lot of people think the firework launcher is the worst weapon in the game. I kind of have to disagree there. Like, you can literally rocket jump with it, and then, yeah, you can just literally fire down. G18, interesting to see a rapid fire pistol, but it doesn't work. The accuracy is terrible. GS5G1, I'm reading off this image. I think that's what it's pronounced. But whatever. It's slow and it doesn't do that much damage. Each shot only like 30. So it's not really that great.
Oh, that was juicy right there.
Yeah, that's what I had to say for that one. Hand cannon. I used to just absolutely despise a hand cannon. Now it's alright. I can get a good kill in 2 shots. Henry rifle's alright. It's like one of those, I think, 2 or 3 just 87 damage shots. It's pretty meh. Lever shotgun. You know, this is like one of the other double jump weapons, but the double jump weapons are just not that good. So, there's that. Even though that might seem like an advantage, the gun itself just sucks. M14 EBR, even though it's like the better sounding than the MK18, which is its twin brother, it's definitely the least accurate. Like, the accuracy on the M14 EBR is just terrible. It's just not that great. M14 is just really slow. Makarov is just one of those crappy pistols. Mossberg 500 is alright. P250 is just a terrible pistol. Peacemaker is another terrible pistol. It's just really slow and just not that great damage. Pump shotgun, the damage could be better on it. R800 is just terrible at long range. Railgun's alright, it's just really slow. Spaz 12 is terrible at long range. The damage is only good for close range. Like, a lot of people like the Spaz 12, but it's just been Oh, they're great. Spencer Carbine, 87, whatever. Slow.
Shit, everyone in sight.
TOZ
Do not
106 is
disappoint me.
slow as well, and the Windicator is alright. It's not that bad as people think it is. So that was it for C tier. Now we're moving on to the B tier, which are really the better weapons. We have the AK-74. I usually get this one to start a lot, and it's alright. It's actually pretty good. Same with the AKM. They're basically clones. Like, these are no particular order, by the way. These are actually, well, I mean, besides alphabetical. So, and then we got the Deagle. I don't know why everyone hates the Deagle. I actually kind of like it because it does like 60 damage, and like it's quick. Dual Volcanics alright as well. They do like 30. They do like 30 per shot, but you have dual. G17 is the better, like one of the better pistols in the game since it's really quick. High power. I think I used to like hate the high power, but it's actually been like better as a weapon recently. And then we got the Colibri, which was I like to call the baby gun. The baby gun is actually kind of good. It's really quick, so you can definitely just get the kill quick. It's just hard to get kills, if that makes sense. Like, I find myself, like, I know it's easy, pretty easy to get kills with it. It just doesn't seem to execute well. Laser rifle is actually really good. It's pretty much the most accurate. I don't know. I think it's the most accurate, but it's like really good. Like, damage output's bad, but you know, it's really rapid fire, so it pretty much would be not a one-shot kill, but you know, it kills quick. M1 Garand is like, I think I've got to like a liking for the M1 Garand because
that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see.
I just find a lot of success with M1 Garand. I think that was it right there.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see.
After M1 Garand is M161, which I think I've just seen a bit ago. It's alright. I mean, nothing too terrible about it, but I mean, it's just one of your average, you know, really accurate automatic rifles, which are, you know, I think are my favorite type of weapon in this game, because. And then M1911, I think, is one of the better pistols as well. I think I said that for the G17, but you know, there's a tiny handful of good pistols in this game that I like. So, yeah. M1A1 carbine, you know, it's one of those rapid fire that I like better. Same with the M1A1 paratrooper. M60, yeah, it's really slow, but you know, I think it's gotten better accuracy recently. M9's alright for a pistol. MAC-10 is the spray is kind of bad, but it's not terrible. Micro Uzi, same thing, but you know, I think they're a bit more better. MP5K, same things like pretty much the MAC-10, M16A1, just all around good. Pepper guns, if you think the pepper gun sucks, you're probably not left clicking or right clicking. I mean, if you right click with it, then you know, it definitely gets the job done. And then Prismas are good as well. They're basically like the dual volcanics. RPG is alright. I think with the new buff it's gotten way better. Slingshot's alright. Like, you got infinite ammo. They do 20H. It's generally alright. Then you got the spellbook. It's hard to like aim with, but it's fine. Sten, it's alright. XM1014 is alright. And the XR15 is one of those, I like to call them spray, like, you don't hold it down, you have to like, they're like rapid click. Here's me demonstrating the not the notebook, the spellbook. Now we're going on the A tier, the AA-12. One that I've gotten to really like recently. Just because of how accurate it is. Same with the Dragunov. I really like the Dragunov. So yeah, you get to see each of these weapons. You can see which ones they are. In the bottom right. And then we got the EM-249, which I think... That's right, they removed the minigun, surprisingly. Like, honestly, thank God, because that one was just terrible. But the EM-249 is just actually a pretty good minigun style weapon. I generally like it.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see.
Then the FN Fall, really good, really accurate. Same with the G11, probably one of the best scope weapons. The M16A2, it's one of those sprays which the spray's not that good. It has like only 28 damage, but then here's the catch. Right click, and then boom, you got a rocket style. But I don't know the full name. It's like the M19A6, M191 something A6. I was gonna call it the drum gun though, but it's actually surprisingly really accurate, and I really like it. I think that's the type of minigun style weapon that I like the best. Oh, never mind. It's this one, the MG42. Super accurate. It kills really quickly. You don't even have to notice the slowness because of how quickly it kills. So it's definitely like probably one of the higher ups for me. Then we got the MP7, which is a really accurate weapon. I think that's one of the... And I just fell and died with the bow. Fun. Then the P90 and PPSH. Both of them are pretty much the same thing. They're just both really good at getting kills. It's just that they have a slight spray. If they were both more accurate, then they'd be way up higher. The Razor Bomb is like probably the, if not the most fun weapon to use in this game. Just because of like the rocket jumping and all that, and you just get to throw down explosives and all that. It's just really fun to use. Then the rocket launcher, rocket jumping, and then just shooting and just firing down on them is just really fun. Yeah, there's quite a bit of fun weapons to use in here. That was not that though. Tech 9, same situation, kind of the same story as the PPSH and P90. How'd you live that? Tommy gun is just a little, if it had a tiny bit more accuracy, it'd be up higher, but it's actually just a really good weapon in general, so no blame there. There's the P90 right there. I don't know how I survived that, but whatever, he died. 45, same thing. The Uzi, same thing, but I have not seen the Uzi recently. Maybe I've just gone through a game so quickly I've not noticed the Uzi. But the Uzi's good. Now we're on to the S tier and X. Like, these are the best of the best. My most favorite weapons in this game. We have the AUG to start off.
That was juicy right there.
The AUG is just really accurate. It's just pinpoint. It kills really fast. It's not that slow. It's just overall really good weapon. The bar is also really quick. It kills really quick. And then we have the Barrett, which a lot of people don't like the Barrett. Just use knife to move around. Honestly, it's not that hard. And it's just, I usually can get kills without the scope with it. So
Did you guys see that? Did you guys?
I actually definitely like the Barrett for that. Then we got the concussion rifle, rocket jumping again, and it's really easy to get a kill. Inertial shotgun might move up to X for just how good it is. It's super accurate. It does like 50 damage from like far away. It's godlike. L8683 is really accurate, and the damage is pretty good as well. I don't know why Cole hates it. I like it. Map 49 is super good. It's actually extremely accurate and really good. Then we got the Mauser carbine. It's basically the same thing as the bar. Super accurate, super quick. Then the MK18, as I mentioned this earlier when I was talking about the M14 Eber. It's just overall really accurate. And the trench gun, which I think would have moved to X if the damage, I don't know. I'm not complaining about the damage overall itself, just that it's the long range that kind of hurts it. It doesn't do full damage at long range, but it's definitely super good at killing. Like it can one shot from like kind of far away, but not too far away. It does like 20 from really far away though, which is still a lot. And now we're to the X, which I complete. These 5 weapons here, I believe, are the best guns in Arsenal. We have the DBS. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna order these. I ordered these in my mind earlier. And number 5 is the DBS. Now, the reason why is you can literally just go around flying with this weapon with like no care, and you can literally go around flying with this, and you can it pretty much does 100 damage from almost anywhere. So you can literally go up in the air, shoot down, and get the kill in one shot. So there's a lot of benefit to that. Just the flying, like the quote-unquote rocket jumping aspect with it does leave you vulnerable, so you have to be careful about that, which sets it down to number 5. Well, I honestly think that the DBS is, I believe, the most fun weapon to use. And now this one we will mention later, which I'm putting. Now it's gone. At number 4 is the nail gun. Now, I believe I said this about the laser rifle, but I do believe that the nail gun is the most accurate gun in the game. I think there's no specifying which one's the most accurate, but I definitely see that the nail gun is the most accurate, and it does it right. It does it right. The damage is the only thing that sets it down, but it's the amount of just I guess nails that come out of it are super accurate. And now at number 3 we have the Scar H. Now Scar H is the best scoped weapon in the game, no doubt. The damage is great, the accuracy is all holy. It's just, I have really nothing else to say except for those 2 things, that it's just really accurate, and the damage is probably really good, and it's super quick as well. Number 2, we have the grease gun. Now the grease gun, I think, is the most underrated weapon in all of Arsenal, because as I said, like, all 3 of these weapons have like pinpoint accuracy. That's probably the most crucial thing when it comes to this game, is accuracy. And all these 5 guns I'm listing here stick to it. And you know, the grease gun does that just perfectly, and the damage, I think, is what sets the bar for it really high. And now the number 1 weapon in Arsenal, in my opinion, MP9S. I know it's kind of weird, but I believe that the MP9S, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just... It's there and it's gone. That's how fast it kills. That's how good it is. Like, literally, I feel like I'm using aimbot when I use the MP9S. Like, I find myself just getting the shots like that. Getting the kill just in a blink of the eye with the MP9S. It just clicks. It just completely clicks. So that's why I think the MP9S is the best weapon in all of Arsenal. And who knows, my opinion might change that. Because, you know, recently I was just a big bandwagon for the Barrett. But now it's been thrown. The MP9S, in my opinion, is the best weapon in Arsenal. Tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comments. This is my opinion. We can all have our own opinions and not attack each other for it. So tell me what you think. And here's the image right here. You can pause the video and look at the tier list itself. It goes from bottom to top, best to worst. I think the worst is the bow, and the best MP9S. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.